Morning. So I'm going to talk to you about what is the ketogenic diet, aka keto diet. It's super popular, right? And everyone is jumping on that train. Everyone that wants to lose weight, they're recommending it to their friends, and lots of people are having great success. So I want to tell you what the ketogenic diet is. We're going to talk about what are macros, and I'm going to give you a breakfast example about what to eat, counting your macros. So basically, the ketogenic diet is a low carb diet. Most ketogenic diets recommend that you have 20 to 25 grams of carbs a day. Now, there are lots of different ketogenic diets out there. There's a nutritional plan, a therapeutic plan, and lots of people have kind of tweaked it and came up with their own. And so even Rob Wolf, he talks about a ketogenic diet in his book, and that it's less than 50 grams of carbs a day. So lots of variety. One isn't right and one isn't wrong. You just have to find which one works for your body. And so I like to go mainly with the keto gains approach. I use their macro calculator and then I tweak it a little bit since I'm a keto coach and I like to help people personalize their macros. So let's get back to what is a ketogenic diet. So basically it is a low carb diet. Depending on which plan you follow, you may be doing 20 grams of carbs a day, 20 or less than 50, but the definition of a ketogenic diet is under 50 grams of carbs a day, and then it is a higher fat diet and moderate protein, okay? Now there are some plans out there like the therapeutic plan. Keto was invented in like the 1920s for kids that had seizures, and so that's a much higher fat plan. But what they found is people were losing weight, and so they jumped on that bandwagon and started eating those foods. Now there's more of a nutritional plan where we realized, hey, we have body fat that we can tap into, so let's tap into our body fat and not eat so much fat. And then Keto Gains has a little bit more protein. So again, lots of variation out there. You have to find which one works the best for you. So basically, low carb diet, higher fat, moderate protein, and so that you're tapping into your body fat stores, okay? So what are macros? Everyone's talking about, let's count, you gotta count your macros to lose weight. So macros are just macronutrients, and basically they are just carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So if you look at pretty much any package, food package, you will see on the nutritional label, and I'm going to show you how to read one. We're going to do a breakfast example. You'll see like calories, and you'll see the total grams of fat and the total grams of carbs and protein. And so it's important with the ketogenic diet that you are counting your macros. Now since there are several ketogenic plans out there, there's strict keto, where you are counting your proteins, your macros, and your fats every single day. There's lazy keto, where you're only counting your carbs, and then you're just eating healthy proteins and fats. The thing is that it can be great in the beginning if it's hard for you to do all that counting, and you may lose some weight in the beginning, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. But after a while, if you start noticing that you're eating more calories than you're burning, you're not going to lose weight. And so some people get frustrated, and I see on Facebook groups all the time, people are like, I've been doing keto for a month and I've only lost 2 pounds, or I've been doing keto for this amount of time and I haven't lost any weight. Because if you eat more calories than you burn, you won't lose weight. So that's why it's really good to find an awesome calculator and count your proteins, your carbs, and your fat. There's also one out there, I think it's called Dirty Lazy Keto. And so basically, it's whatever fits into your macros, then you can eat. So that would even be like, normally in the ketogenic diet, you don't eat higher sugar fruit, basically only lemon, lime, and some berries. But let's say somebody wants a half of an apple. It's probably about 15 grams of carbs, and they haven't had many carbs that day, they might eat that. But you don't want to have that high sugar foods into your body if you want to tap into your fat stores. But basically, that's what a ketogenic diet is, macros are, and then I'm going to show you how to count your macros for breakfast option and how to read the food labels. Okay, so I'm going to give you a breakfast example, okay? So I've got bacon and eggs here. So this is turkey bacon. My macros are 75 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbs, and 75 grams of fat. And so I know that if I'm planning on eating like chicken thighs, it's higher fat. I'm going to go with a little bit lower fat meat for breakfast. So here I have the turkey bacon, and I like this one that is no antibiotics and no hormones, because that's important to me. So if we look on the back of the label, I'm going to show you how to read this label here. So serving size, 1 slice, tells you the calories, 45. We're not really counting calories. However, total calories are important, because if you eat more calories than you burn, you will not lose weight. But what we're basically counting is your macros. So if you look at this, you'll see total fat, 2 grams, all right? And then total carbohydrates, 0, and protein is 6. So if I have 2 slices of the bacon, then I'm looking at 12 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 4 grams of fat. So that's pretty good, right? Now we're going to go to the eggs, and I like to go with the organic eggs. Okay, so we're going to look at the label here. We've got 1 egg, 60 calories again, okay? The total fat is 4 grams for 1 egg, 0 carbs, and 6 grams of protein. So let's say I have 3 eggs. That's going to be 18 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 12 grams of fat. So my total breakfast meal, having 2 slices of bacon and 3 eggs, will be 30 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 16 grams of fat. So, and that's pretty good, because normally what you want to do is you want to have, and I'm going to show you here, I just wrote it down. I just do it old school, or write it down in a notebook. You can use a tracker if that's what you want to do. But so let's go back to my macros are 75 protein, 25 carbs, and 75 fat. So I want to be about a third of the day for I like to do 3 meals a day, about a third of the day. And so I am a third of the day for a little over for my protein. I haven't met my carbs yet, because I like to have a nice big salad at dinner, and that's about 4 grams of carbs per cup, and I like to have 3 to 4 cups. And then dressing. So, and then of course I'll have like turkey thighs, and that's going to be a little bit higher fat. So there you go. That's an example of what macros are and how to count them. Hi, so thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed my video. Hopefully I was able to help you. If you're interested in more, comment below and like this page. And of course, join my next challenge group.